You need to come this way. I need to see what's going on.
What do you want?
Go for it, Dob. Who's out here? Oh, oh, oh! What is this? Hello. Oh, who are they at war with? Oh, you're only at war with the elves.
I've been looking forward to this.
Oh, that's rather tasty. Do you know how common that is? Let me tell you, there's a reason a lot of fellas look good at a beard with envy. And that is because many, many men will go their whole lives without being able to grow a beard. There's a widespread misconception that all men can grow a beard, when in truth it's a genetic trait like eye colour or height. Yes, I am so envious of people with beards. It is... I'm not jealous of a lot of things in life. But not being able to grow a beard is one of the greatest regrets. And it's not even something that I can deal with. I would so love to be able to have a beard. Not like a long beard, just like a nice little beard. That's all I want, just something nice. But I've got to be honest, I didn't know it was a genetic thing, although it does make sense. It does make sense that it's a genetic thing. He's back. Admiral Leech. Right. Sudenberg needs walls and a level up, and then... Right, let's see if we can block him again. Successful, lovely. WAAGH can come south, we'll go for Assassinate, and then we'll just wipe them out. That's fine, they're gonna run. Well, we knew that. Jealousy is a waste of energy, and mate, I'm sorry to hear about your beard status. If it makes you feel any better, I had to go through a hobo stage for a year when growing my beard, where it was unruly, but I couldn't shape and cut it because it was growing so well I just looked homeless. I've got to be honest, I feel your pain. I had long, like a lion's mane hair at one point. When I was about 16, my family decided that we were going to move to Cornwall. And obviously, surfer's paradise. So I started growing my hair. And don't get me wrong, it looked good at the end. And it was like, if it was straightened, and I had to have it straightened at various points, it genuinely went the entire length of my torso. It was that long. But for the most part, where it was like all curly and stuff, it just looked like a lion's mane. It came out and round like that, and it kind of framed my face. But to get there was ridiculous. Like, it was so bad, and I wouldn't be able to go through and do that again. I'm not like proper jealous, but you know when you look at something you go, oh, I really want that. That's what I mean. I'm like, I would, if I could grow one, I would. As much for the fact that it means that I wouldn't have to waste time shaving as anything else. Because yeah, I would like that. But I agree with you, jealousy, hate, those kind of feelings, they are a waste of energy. Much better put into other things that are more productive. Things that you enjoy doing. Ooh, what should we get for you, Mutter Rotgut? Let's go for Sneaky Stealing. I am 20... Oh, Christ. 25? Yeah, 25. Stone shakes. Yeah, I'm really good at remembering things like facts and all things that interest me and that kind of thing. Birthdays, ages, that kind of thing. No, I introduced my girlfriend, well, my fiance now, but she was my girlfriend at the time, to my nan and got her age wrong on their first meeting. I am genuinely awful. I am one of those people that consistently will forget what I've walked into a room for no reason other than I wasn't thinking about anything when I walked in. And I do most things from reflex. Like, pretty much everything, to be honest. Right, we need to chase them down. Need to chase them down and get rid of them, but I don't want to lose him. It might be a good idea in a minute to come back and get them gone. Okay, you can do that, you can do that. And I think that's enough money spending for the moment because I'm a bit of a scrimper. Ooh, that could level up. At 25, you have plenty of time to set yourself short and long-term goals, avoid the burden of regret and laziness. With that in mind, I'm glad you have proactive personality and you're set to win in life. Thank you very much, buddy. I don't like sitting still, and I don't mean that in like an actual literal sense, like sitting still. I just like to always be busy. So whether that's like physically busy as in doing stuff or mentally busy as in like thinking things or reading or knowledge, if I was in a Space Marine Legion, I would be probably in the Thousand Suns because I don't think that any knowledge should be locked away. I think that knowledge is just knowledge. It just needs to be held in the right hands, and I kind of set out to know as much as I can about everything. Doesn't always make me good at something, but yeah, as long as I'm being proactive, probably the right word, as long as I'm being proactive, I think I'm a happy little cherub, to be honest. Right, let's come back and just sink that ship. Yeah, goodbye. See you later, Rapants. You are literally dead. Ooh. Deadly blade. And something for you. You could probably do with a war ball. Yeah, we'll go for that. Oh no, not Bray Herds. Oh, I've just got rid of one. Ah. Okay. Let's get rid of them. Horrid mass. It's 3:18 AM here. I'm talking to you over there. It's an interesting experience. I have hobbies, goals, accomplishments, life experiences, and I'm far from done. I love learning too, so I understand. Watch 3 to 4 documentaries a week, and I've done so for 20 plus years. Do you know what? I love documentaries. I love particularly nature documentaries, but also history documentaries, because it's interesting to see how our outlook on things has changed over time. I think also that is bloody early in the morning. I can't imagine being up that early in the morning anymore. Simply because I've not been in work. So that is an interesting experience. What do you set out to accomplish? Because I find that interesting as well. What other people kind of, I suppose, want from life. It's all the same kind of thing over here. You get kind of brought up to history is a cruel mistress. I love games and movies, but I can't get sucked into them anymore. All I see is inaccuracies. Do you know what? I'm one of those people that reads the book and then I can't watch the movie. So if I've seen the movie before I've seen the book, I can watch the movie because I can see them as different. If I read the book first, I cannot watch the movie. And there are certain things, whether they be historical or fantasy or what, I can't do it anymore. The best example of this is Aragon. And if you've read the books or seen the film, you'll know what I mean. It is so ridiculously different. I just can't deal with it. It messes with my head, and I'm sat there and I'm like, no, that's not what he does. No, that's not how it goes. No, I'm putting my foot down. I'm not watching this anymore. No. I give a certain leeway to games just because you can't. There are certain things that just aren't fun if you have the historical perspective. But with films, series, cartoon, whatever they are, they have to be right. Otherwise, no, I cannot do it. And you're right, history is a very cruel mistress. I think that's why I love it. It should be all set, but it's not. Yes, Viking is an activity. And not only that, but they were the first sort of European people to get to America. People gloss over that fact all the time. It's like, no, that is not, no. They're like, oh, Columbus, he discovered the New World. No, the Vikings did. End to it. Would be nice if movie makers would square that fact away in their minds. Vikings didn't wear patches of fur all over their armour. No, they didn't. The only culture in human history that had worn scabbards were units with Roman legions, and he didn't use them for swords, but rather carrying a pilum. Correct, and the Roman legions were not just fighters. They seem to gloss over the fact that they were literally everything. So, Star Wars based the stormtroopers on the Roman legions, insofar as the stormtroopers are meant to be police and all of the bits that go alongside it. The legions also built things, and you know, the list goes on about what the legions did individually, and yet all you ever see them do is standing around on corners or occasionally doing a bit of fighting. And it's like, no, the legions were amazing. It's the auxiliaries that did everything. The only film that gets it even slightly right is they did this Alexander film where... No, not Alexander. King Arthur film. Where the legions basically... They manned the fort and then they walked off. And they left only the auxiliaries there. And the auxiliaries did all the fighting. And the Roman legions actually just walked away. And I was like, that is so much more realistic. It is... I would say it's frustrating. Sometimes. I think you've got to occasionally just put it to one side so you can enjoy the film. But sometimes it does get ridiculously frustrating. Oh, no, no. Aren't we having that? No. Right, let's go in and... Oh, we can't even get there. Right, we've got Gork and Mork. That's fine. Are we? Yes, we are. Yes! There we go, that's another colony for us. Thank you, lots and lots of money. No helmets in battle, flaming arrows, unarmored horses in medieval settings also have saddle stirrups. All chainmail type armours being column linked in every movie, when that style is only one of 4 primary linkages used by numerous cultures. Yeah, I think movies spend a lot of time trying to give us what they think our impression of certain groups and certain eras are. And I don't think that they realised that sometimes we just want them to be right. many of these film franchises will have, you know, some dude that's there advising them, and I kind of feel like sometimes they're just not getting their money's worth. Gotta be honest. I just feel like if they'd spent a little bit, there are many other hilarious oversights, and I get the feeling you're already familiar with them. With some of them, I wouldn't say, I don't know, nobody can know everything. But yeah, there are some ridiculously hilarious oversights. And yeah. I think sometimes you've just got to look at them and laugh. But there are some that are probably beneficial that they've kind of oversighted. So, especially with like Total War games, sieges are rather quick, whereas in real life they would take months or years. So there are times when it's beneficial. I personally, despite the fact I want historical accuracies as much as possible, I wouldn't want to be sat there for 400 turns waiting for Accra to fall, for instance. Other than that, ooh. Right, let's go and see if we can get my axe back before we eat somebody else. No, come on. Come on, let's not be an idiot. Come on. We'll teleport, because we're already here. We are going to save in case of a crash, because I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if he's going to just conk out on me. Always a worry when you do live streaming or recording. Very hard to... It's not so bad in a normal game, because you can just go back to the beginning of the turns and stuff. But... yeah. So, do you play a lot of Total War then? And if so, what's your favourite faction?
I've had enough chin-wagging with this git. He's been hiding out here, bragging about how big he is. All just rumours. He's nothing. Look at his stupid axe. He's trying to make himself look bigger. You'll be even shorter once I cut him down to size and take back my axe. The lad's been saying they've seen some other gobbos skulking round here too. Best keep our eyes open. Guzzler's gonna get guzzled. There's only one king of the gobbos, and that's me! Easy as pie!
Right, we need to form up. Let's grab those and go in there. And we'll form up the archers behind. There we go. What is that? I can't imagine this is going to be okay. No, no, no. Let's go and get those over there. And actually, let's just... let's just pull everyone over here and just get rid of them, because they are going to be annoying. Imagine Knight's duels in movies if they're realistic. Two dudes in plated mail wrestling, occasionally swinging their sword and bludgeoning one another until fatigue makes one collapse, then sitting through the horrid thrashing and screaming whilst the other pulls out the weapon that does the actual killing in a duel like that, a boot knife, then proceeds to slip it through any gaps in the opponent's armour, digging around until he's killed the poor bugger. I've got to be honest, not really appealing, but not the most appealing thing. anyone had ever thought up, to be honest, but yeah, definitely best in the current form, I would say. What have they got? Have they got artillery? They best not have artillery. They do not have artillery. Good. Once we wipe out these, then. Right, all of you form up and kill that. There's a gobbo over there. Go get him. Run him down quickly. Right, sap its strength. Oh, more stuff. Right, all of you go and get rid of him. He's doing some nasty things and I don't like him. Right, come this way. Come on, Grom. You silly little bugger. Hey, come on. Take you all off a guard mode or anything. Okay. Let's form up over here then. With the trolls behind. First was Shogun 2, then I got Rome 2, after that Total War Warhammer 1 and 2. Love Total Warhammer 2 so much, I've brought every DLC thus far. Yes, I've got to be honest, I started with the first Medieval and I bought it when the second Medieval came out. So, and I bought it by accident because I was aiming for the second one. I saw the trailer on YouTube for the second one with the elephants, and then I saw the Total War, either a Total War YouTuber or someone that had just decided to start doing it. And it looked amazing watching elephants in Jerusalem getting killed. And I think that most people that watch those kind of things probably get sucked in as well, or at least I hope so, because these are such amazing games. I'm glad that you're really enjoying them. Shogun 2 was hard. Shogun 2 was very hard. I was not very good at that at all, I'll be honest. So bad at Shogun 2. I think I've only completed one campaign for Shogun 2. Rome 2 though. Rome 2 was a tasty game. I know it came out and it was kind of broken, but Rome 2 was one of my favourites up until I got Warhammer. I think they kind of went downhill with Three Kingdoms. I think Thrones of Britannia is quite good because it's more... I know it's not like a full Total War game, so I wouldn't say that it's probably fully fleshed out, but I think some of the mechanics that it has really works in a historical sense. So the idea of recruiting units straight away and then having to wait for them to turn up. Yeah. 982 hours just on this one. Wow. Wow. I've got to be honest, I have no idea how many hours I've got. Because when I first started playing Total War games, I didn't have Steam because it just wasn't really around then. So Steam wasn't really a thing. But that is a lot of hours. And if that's just for this game, Jesus. Massive fan of the franchise. Empire, definitely amazing. I did an Empire livestream campaign not so long ago. In fact, it was the one I did just before this. Wrapped up, well, it was due to wrap up properly about maybe the week or so that this came out. But I had an issue with the final bit and it didn't... well, it didn't work properly and it wouldn't let me finish it off. That is not gonna be good. Let's pull them out to the flank. I love the Empire because you don't need to use anything but basic units after the first well, up until like right near the end of the late game, and that is very that's very tasty. I'll be honest. Let's throw that in there. And as for the fact there's always more to learn, there is always more to learn. Doesn't matter what faction you're playing. Always, 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 always more to learn. I'll be honest, there are some factions I just can't play. I'm not very good with Norska at all. I am so ridiculously bad with Norska. I'm not a huge fan of Legendary either, because I miss the minimap and the ability to quick save before battles. So most of the campaigns that I've done have been on very hard. But they can still be a challenge, very hard campaigns. And I think I am getting absolutely buggered here. Legend is boring. Legend is boring? Or do you mean Norsk is boring? Oh. Go that way. Grom, you need to get into that mush. And whoa! Alright, form up there again. Need to get shooting into those big things. Alright, you, all of you, go and charge in there. And you, because your friend is getting absolutely brutalised now. Need to get rid of all their armour again, not that they've got a lot. And then we can throw up on their trolls. Get rid of him. Alright, you can come over there. Oh, we are doing so well. Alright, now charge back round and into him. Those goblins, my god, how are they still alive? Alright, now go and shoot over there for me. Alright, you form up there. Kill off those bloody trolls. They're allies, yes! Alright, who is... Oh, that's Git Guzzler. Oh, Skarsnik's already here, okay. I think the best experience in this game isn't normal or hard, and here is normal and hard. Here's why. Game scales through difficulty doesn't feel enticing. Difference for me between normal and legend is on legend I have to take something fast and jink back and forth in front of enemy archers, bleed all the ammo's out. Yes. Yes, and I don't think that gives the full, true Warhammer experience. I think it's much better. And the thing is, there's no right or wrong way to play Warhammer, which is the best thing. There are, in some cases, better ways to play certain factions, but there's no right or wrong way. I think running things backwards and forwards, although it's not technically wrong insofar as, you know, that's kind of what the Mongols did. In some cases, just stay outside of weapons range, waste all the ammo and stuff like that. It's not very fun sometimes. I'd say I used to play a lot on normal and on hard, just because you can play a lot more how it's meant to be played. Staunch line of spears, archers, artillery, monsters, that kind of thing. I think if you're looking for a challenge, very hard is good, because you don't need to change it up so much that you're basically just cheesing everything. And I think for legendary, it's basically get your cheese on. But yeah, you're right. The most fun experience is where you can actually play it the way it would. Well, actually, it's just whichever way you want to play it, to be honest. But however you play them, Wood Elves are going to be exactly the same. It doesn't feel clever, rewarding, or like it's part of the grand scheme of the battle. Feels like an essential cheese tactic I have to do if I want to win. I have to kite apart the enemy and get surrounds, then burst down the leadership with surrounds, rear charges and magic. My point is it feels unnatural and like a warm-up exercise for my wrist rather than taking any action. Feeling like a general and having fun. Yes. Yes, it can be like that, and when it starts being like that, it's less of a game and more of just an absolute ball ache. Which is probably another reason why I don't play on Legendary. I don't mind it on very hard because you can still get the sense of certain tactics. Sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes it's just absolutely ridiculous. The satisfaction is a very important part of the game. And if you don't get it on the higher difficulties, just don't play the higher difficulties because it can be soul destroying. I tried playing Norska so much on the higher difficulties, and it didn't matter how much I was cheesing, didn't matter how much I was like doing it like the way the game wanted me to play it. I went back and I looked at guides. I wouldn't say that I'm an amazing player. But I'd say I'm okay. I've been playing Total War games now for in excess of 10 years. And I got nothing but frustration not being able to do it. Put it down on normal and on hard, straight away. Straight in. Conquered all of Norska really quickly. I didn't get gang rushed by all of the forces of good and order. And it was a really satisfying campaign. Whacked it up a level and there we go. Not anymore. Not anymore. I think we're all done for this. Let's go damage walls. Siege construction. Do you know what? Yeah, we're going to grab... No. We want something quick. And let's end. I think that cheese tactics are... They shouldn't be essential. They should definitely be in. Some of the greatest battles of recorded history have been technically the result of cheesing battles, I would say. There was one battle... Yes. Yes. It's not even about the difficulty because you can fight the battles and you can win the campaign, and it's not really to do with strategy. At that point, it's more to do with the amount of cheese that the AI gets compared to the amount of cheese that you can actually bring in to a battle by that point. Which is what makes it, in some cases, less fun. I did a very hard dwarf campaign. Was it very hard? Either very hard or legendary dwarf campaign, and I basically just stomped everyone. And as soon as I did that, I went and tried to play the High Elves, which are meant to be ridiculously easy. And despite the fact they're very like pretty much every normal sort of race from most Total War games, I just couldn't get it. I was so out of sync with everything, there was no way I was going to win, basically. My greatest enjoyment in the game is cooperative play. My missus loves playing the game, but she's a casual Total War player, so our co-op campaigns are normal difficulty. I mean, that can still be fun. My partner is not a Total War fan, and she is not a massive fan of playing this kind of game. So I have limited co-op campaign kind of experience. I have played co-op campaigns. I played a couple of Rome co-op campaigns, and they were okay. I think it depends on how much you trust the other person. And I find it very hard to, after playing so many hours of this game and other Total War games on higher difficulties, I find it very hard to trust any ally, which may sound silly or stupid, but it's just from endless experiences of getting stabbed in the back by people who are meant to be my friends. It gives me kind of issues, let's say. Yeah, let's call them issues. I have issues with trusting allies. I'm the boss. Yeah. But I'm glad that you can find enjoyment in that. It's one of the best things that they added to Total War games, the ability to multiplayer. I would have liked to have seen it as well for Empire, because the map on that was huge, and I would have genuinely loved to have been able to play that game cooperatively or versus mode against some of my friends, because that would have been absolutely amazing. At the moment, the missus and I have a campaign going, which I am WAAGH the Slaughterer, and she's a git, because every non-greenskin is a git. She's playing as Kroq-Gar. Kroq-Gar is, without a doubt, my favourite legendary lord for the Lizardmen. He is such a beast. Such a beast. And I love him so much. I know if you pair anyone up with Kroq, you're going to win basically everything. But pairing him up with Kroq, you don't have to worry about anything. Arms and armor, that's fine. You don't have to worry about anything, because unlike any of the other legendary lords for the Lizardmen, if you've got Kroq and Kroq-Gar, they complement each other so brilliantly, so perfectly, and it's just such a lovely combination. As for WAAGH, I've never personally played as WAAGH. Before this update, I could not get into playing with the Greenskins, so I'm a relatively late comer to this party. I know, bit of a noob. I'm genuinely enjoying my time here, but I wouldn't know just how good WAAGH is or not. As for co-op, well, if you play head-to-head, you just have to go into the campaign main, knowing you do not have friends. It's just the way it is. You may have alliances that may be temporary. But you can also play cooperatively, which locks you into an alliance with the other player. So there is a way you can play and know they will not give you the bad touch. Not directly. Not directly, they couldn't give you the bad touch. However, they could just not help you in certain engagements. Let's say you're playing as Kroq-Gar and Tic-Tac-Toe, and then they might decide to go north instead of help you out in Araby. Or they might decide to just leave you to that Beastmen army that they could quite easily crush. So, directly, no, they can't really do much to you. Indirectly, I have so many trust issues right now. Too many times have I been turned on by somebody that was like, I don't blame them, I'd not want to get it. Yes, those beastmen, they got fleas. Oh, I love it. Brilliant. What do you think? 2 arachnocs or 2 giants? For the for getting ready for the final battle, I mean. Giants are infinitely better. Cool, I'll go for 2 giants. Sod that, I'll go for 3 giants. Get rid of the spiders. Sod spiders. Right, that's all sorted. Heading up towards Shrine of WAAGH. I want to establish myself on both sides. It's going to be a bit difficult with this many armies around. But if we use our agents, we might be able to split them up a bit. There is... I'm sure I had another agent. Big Chungus, yes, here we go. Just need to look after over there. Right, we are over here. There's Admiral my Lord Leech. Lovely. Let's quickly speed our way this way. We'll go better in our battle. And we're going to come and see if we can get Fortress of Dawn, that is for some reason now its own province. Did not see that. Or, so with the Arachnorocks, the Goblin Archers in the back are actually drain Vigour rapidly. In this game in order, the things that suck Vigour the fastest are climbing ladders, archery, running. Oh, I didn't know they sucked Vigour. Oh, that's not very nice, is it? Oh, we can't be having that. No, we'll stick with the giants then. What's actually in that army? Look at the catapults! What is that? It's a monstrosity. Oh, that is awful. Well, we cannot stand for that. No. Yeah, let's have you. And what we'll do is we'll just grab ourselves a load of gobbos and we will go and relieve that siege. The audacity of some people. Right, we'll go for that because that's more money and money is what we want. Yes, give me money. We need to destroy that. They are 3 most exhausting things your troops can do, and when they lose vigour, their combat stats, armour, missile damage, and melee attack, weapon strength, speed, and etc. Oh, see, I knew about vigour. I didn't know that archery from the top of something caused vigour. I didn't know that that specifically did it. Alright, they can all come this way. I like it because there's so many things that this game doesn't tell you that you've got to kind of figure out for yourself. So it tells you about vigour, but it doesn't openly tell you about shooting from the back of a giant spider. Sneaky. I'm going to blame Scarsnake. We've already killed him once. I'm going to blame Scarsnake for that. Oh, we've lost a hero. Oh, it was a shaman. Oh, you cheeky little bugger. Okay, you want military access, that's fine, but I want non-aggression and I want money. Oof. Okay, maybe not money. That's fine. Killed my bloody shaman. Giant has better mass than Arachnaut, has greater splash damage and area, doesn't have a ranged attack, so sap vigor in my opinion. Giant spider. That does seem reasonable. This army, however, does not, so we're going to get rid of that. Now I think they've got a lot of catapults. Doing what we did last time is not gonna be the best. Gonna need to hide behind buildings and ambush them. Hmm. Yeah. I mean, we could rush out to them, but that's not going to help us. I'm thinking, keep the riders in reserve. Have the enemy come into the city, probably hide behind the buildings. Oh. Okay. Right, yes. Okay, we'll go for... very nasty additional damage. Yes, which is what makes the residual, which makes defending the walls like last time impossible. So, I think best move is to hide behind the buildings, because when they shoot over and in, they're not going to be able to actually damage our troops. So if we put an orc unit here to guard the gate, just to annoy people, yeah, that's fine. And we will just come and hide. Why can I not hide in the street? Oh, it's too big. Okay. Okay, come on, biggins. Okay, there we go. The riders at the back. Keep the trolls back here with goblin archers. We'll pull those over here as well, and the orc archers sort of there-ish. And then what we'll do is we'll keep him in there. Cool. Everyone over this side. 2, 3. Alright, okay. I need them to come in. Oh, Christ. They are already destroying the towers and no, they're destroying walls. Alright, there we go. I would put my little general guy in the middle so that they could wipe out their own troops with their own artillery, but that's not going to be very helpful to me. Okay, they're up on the walls. Okay. Move that way. Form like so. Okay, I don't want to be surrounded here is the problem. They charge towards those gutter runners. Alright, you charge in there. All fine. I need to create a breach, an opening. Alright, come this way. 1-on-1, I think my guys will win. Alright, you guys come this way, take the big boss with you. Right. Come up and take out those plague monks. Alright, go and support over here, please. That way. Oh god, that's bad. In over there. Alright, let's pull the archers up. Right, let's bring the cav round. Need to get out through the gap. So many of them. Okay, there we go. Alright, just shoot. Big ends, keep going. Alright, pull out in front. You guys getting into there? No, I think I may have lost this one. Careful planning or not. Too much artillery, I'm afraid. Eesh. Alright, and trolls, in you come. Oh, what's this down here? Jesus Christ! Right, oh, okay, this one's gone. Yeah, I think I beansed it. Yeah, definitely beans that. Come on, over there. Trolls, in we go. Okay, we are kicking them. And some of them are fleeing. Okay, you lot will press in. We are turning a little bit of the tide. I mean, what are these? Clan rats with spears. My cavalry is gone, so that's useless to me. Yeah. Alright, all in there. Come on. No, don't bloody flee! Hey. I mean, we've done a lot of damage to them. Yeah, alright, okay, we're dead. I think, just building on what we were, what was being said earlier, I think when you go up difficulty ratings, the threat level should really change. Because currently, that is not great. Yeah, there's not, I can't, well, that's a loss. Okay. That's something I'm going to need to retake. Oh, God. Okay. That is abysmal.
Alas, your WAAGH has failed, my lord.
That is horrible. Oh my god. I was talking not that long ago about what to do with WAAGH, and I've just lost my bloody WAAGH target. Oh my god. Oh. Oh. Well, this, ladies and gentlemen, is a... Well, it's just me showing you what not to do. Yeah, entirely planned. Entirely planned. Oh, nobody believes that. See if we can kill him. Critical success, fantastic. Done and gone. Intervals, anvil. Right, let's get to there, and then you can come up as well. Okay. Let's bring Dob south, shall we? Bing Chungus, let's go and block that army. Failure, but it's fine. Over damage walls. Okay, so that's a nasty army. That one's not very nice either, and it's in a town with more ruddy dragons. And apparently we are at no point going to do well against that. Okay. Okay. Let's just level up Gremlin, shall we? Specialist. They've taken Shrine of WAAGH. Oh, really? Ah. Okay, we're not taking a ton of attrition. If we can get up here, we might be able to take Lothern in the behind.
Grom the Paunch.
Okay, right, that's not doing well. Oh god. You're special, alright? So special we lost our war target! Right, we kind of... I need someone to go there, but we are losing money. It is not good. It is not good in the slightest. We need to do that to remedy the situation. And... Right, I think, for now, this is where we're going to wrap up the part. So, I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you have enjoyed, don't forget to follow, subscribe, like, and comment. Not necessarily in that particular order, but, you know, whichever way you want to do it. 1 second. Aww. That's quite adorable, but unfortunately, I am just, for those of you that can't see, Gorkin walks head back. It got a bit windy here. Where I live in is essentially a bowl depressed at the base of a mountain. Because gentler winds hit a funnel and zip through its speed. He had some tarps over the garden and rustling and whipping in the wind, along with a shed door banging in the breeze. And it's outside the bedroom, the bedroom window. The missus is asleep, and I don't want the noise to wake her up. So I've wrestled with the wind and the bloody cold and wrapped the stuff up and locked the shed. That is genuinely adorable. I hope it wasn't too cold for you. Unfortunately, that is the end of my live stream. And I did actually lose my my war target in that last siege on the last turn of the war, so I've completely screwed up my campaign a little. Just a smith, not a complete screw up, but yeah. Oh bugger, yep, that sounds about right. I beansed it. But yeah, I'll be streaming again on Wednesday, so if you're around, it'll be starting at the same time. It's 5 PM thing. Barrow Legion campaign I have, it's on YouTube. I had to stop it part way through because it kept crashing my game. Just because I was pumping out armies full of undead and it kept like killing my computer. Got to a stage where I literally couldn't continue. Oh, thank you very much. Gorkin Walker now follower. Yes, fantastic. Thank you. I will give Azad a shot. Not sure if I'll live stream it yet, but I'll probably put something up on my channel or on my Twitter or something, asking people what they want the next campaign to do as I get to the end of the campaigns I'm doing at the moment. Gets vampire. Oh, I love vampire magic. Anyway, yeah, that is all from me for tonight. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time, hopefully. Bye for now.